Kendrick Lamar. Oh my god, I can't believe this is happening. It's so funny because everyone was suspecting a surprise album drop like 2 months ago after the elusive Watch the Party Die release. And when an album didn't come out that night, or that weekend, or the weekend after that, we all slowly let our guards down. I was ready to let it go. I was ready to wait until at least February before anything else happened. Maybe something new at the Super Bowl halftime show. Out of nowhere, on an unsuspecting November 22nd, Kung Fu Kenny emerges from the mist. A quick teaser video followed not even 5 minutes later by a full album. And I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. But with that, let's begin.
Siento aquí tu presencia. La noche de anoche.
Yesterday somebody whacked out my mural. That energy'll make you niggas move to Europe.
I thought Kendrick was introducing a proverbial mural, but it turns out someone actually defaced his commemorative mural in his hometown of Compton. Just goes to show how there will always be people trying to tear down their own community's progress. Oh, I just keep doing that.
Never lost who I am for a rap image. There's motivation if you wonder how I did it. Yeah, nigga, going up your rank. Know you a god even when they say you ain't.
Noche tú y yo.
Riding in my GNX with Anita Baker and the tape deck. It's gonna be a sweet love. Fuck apologies, I wanna see y'all geeked up. Miss my uncle Lemaine, he said that he would kill me if I didn't make it. Now I'm possessed by a spirit and they can't take it. Used to bump the Carter 3, I held my Rolly chain proud. Irony, I think my hard work let Lil Wayne down. Whatever though, call me crazy, everybody questionable. Snoop posted Taylor made, I prayed it was the edibles. I couldn't believe
Wait, he
it was
posted
only
it?
right for me to let it go.
The strings are foreboding, with an impending sense of battle. While let down by some of his heroes, namely Lil Wayne and Snoop Dogg, Kendrick has the resilience to endure. It's whatever though.
When I rap battled in the Nickersons, against all odds, I showed up as a gentleman. I done lost plenty friends, 16 to be specific. Put that on my kids' children. We gon' see the future first. They like that big trip, and I just want what I deserve. Yeah, nigga, if they say it's love, you been lied to. A couple rules of engagements here to guard you. Niggas mad cause I decided not to pretend. Y'all stay politically correct. I'ma do what I did. Ain't no sympathy here. This shit's hilarious. It's a lot of opinions, but no power to carry it. Okay, nigga, let's settle it. These niggas been fake loyal. Since y'all pandering to choose a side, let me do it for you. Okay, fuck your hip-hop. I watch the party just die. Niggas cackling about while all of y'all is on trial. Niggas thought that I was antisocial when I stayed inside of my house.
Earlier, I panicked when he censored himself since I'm nosy and I want to know who or what he's talking about. But really, you could fill in the blank with anybody, and the message wouldn't change.
Whack the murals out, but it ain't no legends if my legend ends.
Oh, okay, okay.
God knows. I am reincarnated. I was stargazing. Life goes on. I need her, my babies. Woke up looking for the broccoli.
Yes.
Keep a horn on me. That could my seat.
I've been excited to hear this track since this snippet played in the intro of the music video for Not Like Us. Apparently, it's common for Kendrick to tease things that never come out, so I'm glad this one made it out of his purgatory.
What the fuck? I got hits, I got bucks, I got new paper cuts, I got friends, I got foes, but they all sitting ducks. Hit his turf and get cracking, double back like a deluxe. Squabble up, squabble up, squabble up, squabble up.
Instrumental's so...
Squabble up, squabble up, squabble up. Sideways, bump skunk, Viva, I'm on one. Yeehaw, we outside, what about to kill 'em all. Blaps on blaps, it's a fact, this a brick or rock.
Given the track's repetitive structure, crowd chants, and West Coast bounce, Kendrick really dropped this album right on time for us to learn the material for a fresh, energetic Super Bowl halftime show.
It's a full moon, let the wolves out, I've been a dog. I feel good, get the fuck out my face. Squabble up, squabble up, squabble up, squabble up.
I'm so glad that we finally got this, but it was much different than what I was expecting.
If this world were mine.
Hey, Roman numeral 7, babe, drop it like it's hot. If this world was mine, I'd take your dreams and make them most of it. Hey,
After seeing tons of rest in peace comments, I looked up Luther Vandross, since the song bears his name. He was a legendary R&B singer who passed away in 2005, and this track pays homage to his lovely musical style and spirit.
strictly with that fun.
Well, concrete flowers grow. Heartache, she only do
she's coming for sure.
This world.
If it was up to me, I wouldn't give this nobody's no sympathy. I'll take away the us and I'm with you. Everything goes. Come and put that on my soul.
It's so lovely to love, and what a beautiful energy glows from this song. It radiates warmth like sunlight, the gentle tension inviting me in. I love, love, love the way Kendrick and SZA's words dance around each other, supporting each other.
I can't lie, I trust you, I love you. I won't waste your time, I turn it off just so I can turn you on. I'ma make you say it loud.
This is so pretty.
I'm not even tripping, I won't stress you out. I might even settle down.
For me, Luther is probably top 3 from this collection. Just gorgeous.
If this world were mine.
SZA's introduction on this was so perfect. Oh my god. I was just thinking, that's probably the reaction that... What's his name? Travis Scott. That's probably the reaction that Travis Scott wanted out of me introducing SZA on Utopia. Sorry. Kendrick got it. Oh, absolutely beautiful production also. Just all the little pretty high details in the back. Oh my god.
Twice emotional stability, a sound body and tranquility. I deserve it all. Like minds and less enemies. Stock investments, more entities. I deserve it all.
When I first saw the track title, I took it as a religious reference. However, my personal religious lens might be skewed since I doubt Kendrick Lamar is referring to Joseph Smith's first vision at the garden.
I deserve all. Cause my intentions was pure. Even when you wasn't sure, even with every allure. How much temptation you endured. You probably look for every cure. I said I deserve it all.
Now I look at it more like Kendrick has done a lot to take care of his loved ones, his community, and beyond. He's tended his garden, and he deserves to see its beauty.
Children, that's why I deserve it all. Pray for those who prayed against me. Every reason why my ancestors sent me, bitch, I deserve it all. Put a smile on my mama. Good health and good karma, yeah, she deserves it all. 100 murals out in Compton. Remember me, I kept my promise, yeah, we deserve it all.
A good gardener must often destroy to create. Kendrick pulls weeds to protect his blooms and cuts away dead branches for new growth. He tends his garden with equal parts love and violence, understanding that both are necessary for life to flourish.
More blood be spilling, it just paint to me. Dangerously, nothing changed with me. Still got pain in me. Flip a coin, want the shameless me or the famous me? How annoying does it angers me to know the lames can speak on the origins of the game I breathe. That's the same to me. It's important. I deserve it all because it's mine. Tell me why you think you deserve the greatest of all time, motherfucker.
Chills.
I like it. Damn. Hey now, say now, mother by my
What is that
big face
sound?
Buddha, get my
What a sinister beat. It sounds like an evil spirit laughing, or a leaky pipe in a concrete cell where Jigsaw's got me chained up. The sparse instrumental lets Kendrick unleash his pen.
go, let him go.
A
Hey,
therapeutic
now, say now.
flow.
Hey now, say now. Hey now, say now. Hey now, say now. Hey now, say now. I done slid on a back street, heavy on the Parmesan, everyday tax season. What the fuck you wearing, bro? It's tacky. Niggas laying on their deathbed trying to match me. Switch both lanes, the engine sound like the zoo. Need a fee just to breathe, bitch. I can't talk to you. It's the Ben Frank murderer. Mister, I ain't heard of ya. Golf strings back to back, flying through the turbulence.
The added high-pitched synthesizer lead and airy kick drum create even more hypnotic intensity, like a command with an underlying threat.
I'm way too important. I'm way too important to ever let you slide on me again. Starting to see spaceships on Rosecrans. I think the aliens hold hands.
Who the fuck I feel like? I feel like Joker. Harley Quinn up in the cut with a blower.
Ice shit get spooky 8 day in October. My torpedo even jumped out on smokers.
Hey, meeny mighty mom tryna tag a nigga toe. I'm aggressive on the beat and real life, niggas know. Hey, I tatted up.
I really loved Doty's verse and voice, so I looked him up. He's a seriously underground rapper who had been locked up since 2017 or 2018, yet still dropped a bunch of music in the meantime. Now that's dedication to the craft, and I think Kendrick saw it in him too.
Kick flip a nigga, I got tech decks. And it ain't shit for me to call to get your chin checked. Tell him Dodie did that.
Very different production style to what I've listened to before. Oh, Mustard! Tracks 5 and 6, both very self-important. I think that it's implied, I think that it's very obvious that Kendrick had quite the year this year and quite the career in general, like all throughout his artistry. Very proud of him. I definitely think that he deserves all of his flowers, but I just can't help but think, like, of all of the Drake fans, for example, just based off of what they've commented on my videos, they're definitely going to take that and run with it, and of putting him down for not being so humble about it. I think it's kind of not human to be humble about it at this point after the entire world has been chanting, you know, that he's one of the greatest artists of all time. So, I don't know. What can you do? What can you do? Does that even make sense? I don't know.
I got this fire burning in me from within. Concentrated thoughts on who I used to be, I'm shedding skin. Truth be told, I've been battling myself, trying to navigate the real and fake. Cynical about the judgment day. I did past like
Much of Kendrick's music explores legacy, inheritance, cycles, so I'm not surprised to hear him discuss reincarnation. I mean, I know he recently told us he hasn't done ayahuasca, but psychedelic culture and spiritual seeking have clearly shaped his outlook.
With my guitar up on my hip, that's the story unfurl. I found myself with a pocket full of money and a whole lot of respect. While the record business love me, I was head of rhythm and blues. The women that fell to their feet, so many to choose. But I'm reincarnated.
Dude, wait.
Another life, it placed me as a black woman in the chitlin circuit. Seductive vocalist, as the promoter hit the curtain, self-indulged. Discipline never been my sentiments, I needed drugs. To me, an 8-ball was like penicillin, fuck love. My happiness was in that brown sugar. Sex and melodies gave me hope when nobody's looking.
Who is he talking about? Chitlin
My present life is king.
Yeah, I've already seen endless debates theorizing who's who. This alone shows me that the specifics don't matter. His conversation with God frames reincarnation as punishment, trapping him in a loop, body after body, until he can prove himself.
Vultures came, took control of my fleshly body when the money changed. Son, you do well, but your heart is closed. I can tell residue that linger from your past creates itself. I put 100 hoods on one stage. Okay, tell me more. I'm trying to push peace in LA. But you love war. No, I don't. Oh, yes, you do. Okay, then tell me the truth. Every individual is only a version of you. How can they forgive when there's no forgiveness in your heart? I could tell you where I'm going. I could tell you who you are.
Nevertheless, in the days that the prophecies of Isaiah shall be fulfilled, men shall know of a surety at the times when they shall come to pass. I'm not religious anymore, but yeah, I'm pretty familiar with Isaiah.
You crushed a lot of people keeping their thoughts in captivity. And I'm ashamed that I ever created that enemy. Then let's rejoice where we at. I rewrote the devil's story just to take our power back. Carnated.
Oh my goodness, the storytelling in this one. That's crazy. And who is he talking about here? I don't know. I don't know enough history. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of research on this one, but the concept, beautiful. The concept, beautiful.
All I ever wanted was a black grand national. Fuck being rational, give them what they asked for. It's not enough. Few solid niggas left, but it's not enough. Nigga, what?
It's the screens, those darn screens ruining society these days. Oh, but unironically, Kendrick has been very vocal about getting off the screens and going out to do the work to make the world a better place. Step 1 is to turn the TV off.
Watch a nigga do it. We survived outside, all from the music, nigga, what? Hey, turn this TV off. Ain't with my type activities, then don't you get involved. Who you with? Couple sergeants and lieutenants for the get back. This revolution been televised, I fell through with the knickknacks. Hey, young nigga, get your chili up. Yeah, I meant that. Hey, black out if they act out. Yeah, I did that. Nigga feel like he entitled cause he knew me since a kid. Bitch, I cut my granny off and she don't see it how I see it. It's not enough. Few solid niggas left, but it's not enough. Hey. Hey. That on that beat? Nope. Niggas acting bad, but somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it. Turn this TV off, turn this TV off. Turn this TV off, turn this TV off. I'm prophetic, they only talk about it, how I get it.
And this is a rallying cry. The song is bursting with hype and horns and urgency to engage with the world, to pay your rent with meaningful action.
Let these cowards tell it, walk in New Orleans with the etiquette of LA yelling.
No! Okay, I don't know where we left off. Whatever.
Get it? Only good for saving face. Seen the cosmetics. How many heads I gotta take to level my aesthetic? Niggas acting bad, but somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it.
Crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious. Crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious. Crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious. Crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious.
Oh my god. Mustard. I was thinking some of the flow in TV Off, and then I can't remember one of the earlier songs, sounded very similar to the flow in Not Like Us. I guess I can't be mad, considering that's one of his biggest songs ever, if not the biggest. I don't know.
White diamonds, 2 a.m. she wildin'. Bitches sick, got they stomach in her comments. What school you went to? Gardena, Compton. Westchester, King, Drew, did we function?
I don't know anything about the LA Dodgers aside from the name. Case in point, I had to Google which sport they play. Turns out they're a Major League Baseball team bought from Brooklyn, bringing America's favorite pastime to the West Coast and growing into one of the MLB's most successful franchises. A big source of pride in the city.
When I walk in, low, yeah, break neck. It's unanimous, high pop shit.
When I walk in, hoes better get in check. You looking at a bad bitch, nothing less.
There are so many people on this track. I only recognize Sam Dew and Roddy Ricch, but it's amazing to watch Kendrick celebrate so many West Coast folks in this love letter to LA. Sam Dew! I just love how much Kendrick loves his home. Can't relate.
Aye. What?
What? What?
Look. What they talking about? They ain't talking about none. What they talking about? They ain't talking about none. What they talking about? They ain't talking about none. What they talking about? They ain't talking about none. Huh? They ain't talking about nothing. Peekaboo.
I feel like we've been playing peekaboo with Kendrick this entire year, with so many unexpected and unconventional surprise drops from him, including this album. Oh, we've been so blessed.
Yes, AGs, I'm putting something to sleep. He on the ground, I praise God and start stumping feet.
What they talking about? They ain't talking about none. What they talking about? They ain't talking about none. What they talking about? They ain't talking about none. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. Huh? They ain't talking about nothing.
I'm trying to talk myself off a ledge.
Hey, that's my bitch. Like, bing, bop, boom, 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 bop, bam. The type of shit I'm on, you wouldn't understand. The type of skits I'm on, you wouldn't understand. Big dog business, I would not hold your hand.
Jam freak bitch, I like my Mac touching yams. Petty option around me, I'ma tell you turn it off. Heard what happened to your mans, not sorry for your loss.
The Genius annotations say that this is Dodie again, but the official links clarify it's an artist named AZ Shike. I guess that's a slight oversight on an album with hidden features when you're trying to promote smaller artists.
Peekaboo.
It's gonna be stuck in my head forever. Heart Part 6! Canon. Canon because it's in the album and not released beforehand.
Load up the Pro Tools and press 3. Studio filled with Jack in the Box and Pepsi. Absol in the corner mumbling raps.
On first listen, this was an instant favorite. It's just so striking, nostalgic, full of admiration. And that title, Reclaiming the Heart Part 6, this is what this was all for.
To get J-Rock through the door. If he made it, that mean I made it. Everything I had was for the team. I remained patient, grinding with my brothers. It was us against them, no one above us. Bless our hearts.
Oh, this is so visual, so beautiful.
My nigga Dave had a champagne Acura, a bunch of instrumentals I freestyled in the passenger. That nigga wore several hats, a producer, a manager, director, and DJ. A hi-hat, squabbling bloods, pyrus, and keyways. That's my nigga for shit show. He brought Q over, but Q didn't rap, but he learned from our inspo. We split Louisiana chicken riverboat special, sleeping next to O2 our consoles to bet on.
I still haven't listened to the other Heart Parts yet, but I do know they're supposed to be thematically connected to the following body of work. While a core theme of GNX seems to be about spotlighting the West Coast and influence, I like the idea of Kendrick keeping his heart for himself, safely protected by the album's other songs.
Bruce kept my name in the function that he was running. He's kept the vultures away from me that was coming. Soundwave let me borrow his clothes for shows, that's a hype man. They cook up in his room till the night ends. Time flies, some carrying debates of a top 5. Burying my ops and allies. Had left in the family business, now it's about Kendrick. I wanna evolve, place my skill set as a black exec. I jog, my memory knowing black hippie didn't work cause of me. Creatively I moved on with new concepts in reach.
Oh, I had no clue. All those artists he just mentioned were meant to be with him in a group called Black Hippie. That makes this track make so much more sense. Damn, now I'm kinda sad that it never came together. At least I kind of got to hear all of them in the Black Panther album.
History is lost, hand to handshake is good when you have a heart to heart.
Use your heart and not your eyes.
Oh. Whoa.
Tell him Kendrick did it. Hey, who showed you how to run a blitz? Tell him Kendrick did it. Who put the West back in front of shit? Tell him Kendrick did it. Hey, I'm tripping and I'm loving it. Tell him Kendrick did it. Like, wow. Pop.
Hey, on the dead ones. We're treated in the mingle like some breadcrumbs.
And
all of my killers on go like who shed Sean Red Rum.
The final catwalk shows a few more West Coast artists flaunting their skills, and they all deliver. I'd love to know the stories of how Kendrick picked each and every feature.
On this murder man, catch him doing dirty. It's no other way but murder plans. I'm bougie with it, but I might just let you kiss it. Hit they black with diamonds on me. You could tell him Peso did it.
I like Peso's voice.
Hi, have you ever been a joint and you know it? On the dead cars, nigga, I ain't going.
How about suicide doors just to hit 'em, man? You don't wanna see them doors sliding on the caravan. Ride mini bikes with some dead friends, 21.
I wonder why this track became the title track. I guess a big part of it is the call for respect, recognition, and street credit. Speaking of streets, the GNX is Kendrick's coveted classic vehicle, a powerful car with street dominance. Okay, fine, I had to Google GNX. I know nothing about cars. In fact, I hate them.
Back to back hits, hottest nigga ain't tired. I'm with some rock star bitches, they want Lizzie McGuire. Y'all had y'all chance, y'all couldn't do it. I swear I'm coming worse to y'all baby moms, I'm putting niggas through it. They hate to see me doing it. To how I do it, how young niggas so fluent. I kept my mouth closed and I ain't never leave no witness. DOA up on the scene, tell them Young Thread did it, nigga.
Young Thread's voice, very threatening indeed. I have heard of these artists. I wonder if they're also from Compton, since in that previous song he mentioned that he was bringing some of his people from home on the scene. I don't know if he was referring to the pop out or to these artists. GNX, same as the album title. I'm gonna take a wild guess and assume it's the name of this car. Ooh. Am I wrong?
Me and my bitch got a complicated relationship. She said one day I would write my wrongs in seed paper.
God, re-listening to this after knowing the twist ending makes me feel so slow. Like, duh, he made it so obvious. Every single line. He totally had me fooled into thinking that this was a love letter to Whitney. I guess the surprises don't stop.
Back of the glass just to get a buzz. Remember when Granny died? You looked at me and said, baby, dry your eyes. Depend on me as your relief. Let your anger be mine. We was locked in ever since then. So territorial, he even took me away from my friends.
Whenever you want me, you got me to the end of time. Ooh, just gotta let you know.
Said you go see other people if I didn't grow with you. When no more holding them pistols in front of stores with you. Of course I had to wrap it up. I didn't fully trust you. Fabrication had discussion. Then you blocked me. I said fuck you.
Nigga, what? I gave you life. I breathe the motherfucking charisma in this bitch. I bring the blessings. I gave you power.
I should have known though. He has a track record of this. Like in Wesley's Theory, at first I did love you, but now I just wanna fuck. That whole song was actually about the music industry. Or that similar comparison between writing and romance on Poetic Justice.
Even when it's tragic. Remember when you caught that body and still wiggle through that sentence? Loved you more. When you flip and lose your shit, I hug you more. It's sexy to me. Cuss they ass out and hold that grudge some more. My woman in my right hand, my saint and my sin. Ain't no bitch like my bitch, cause that bitch been my pen.
Gloria, I wanna take you to euphoria.
The song also reminds me stylistically of How Much a Dollar Cost, due to the detailed storytelling, how much tension it builds up as the narrative unfolds, and the gut punch reveal at the end. Kendrick is leaving us with a reminder of just how masterful he is in his craft. Oh, this one most reminiscent of Mr. Morale for me. Really nice to see the influence or the consistency, whatever you wanna chalk that up to. Happy to see SZA on here again. I really love their chemistry. I know that she interviewed him for that, I think it was Harper's Bazaar magazine. In general, I think that SZA has a very nice aura around her. Very interesting album. A little, I think the least cohesive, at least upon first glance. Very short also. 12 tracks, 44 minutes. Very lovely though. Very lovely. I loved it. I don't even know if I have much to say. None of this really left me like pondering as much as the other albums have, but I'm sure there's a lot of influence, a lot of reference and homage that I'm missing that's just going over my head. I know that happens a lot, especially with Kendrick, and I'm sure that you will let me know in the comments as you tend to do. So thank you so much for listening with me. I hope you're doing well. No one really knows what's coming next. It'll probably be Chromacopia because I didn't even have the chance to finish that video before Kendrick dropped this album. So until then, stay tuned, stay safe, and be kind.